Alright. I had to come up with a name for myself or something, man. I had to, introduce myself here in these videos or some shit. So I was just sitting here thinking, like I like to do. My ex and daddy just delivered some mail for me out there. I was thinking about these goddamn all the old people that I hang out with. Think about all the old people I hang out with and how we've cut them off from society. Our society is desperately lacking in elderly advice and wisdom and guidance. And thinking about how I am. I wasn't thinking how I was talking to myself, man. That's why I keep fucking making these videos, because I'm sitting here talking to myself, and then I realize I'm like, why am I talking to myself, dude? I like to be talking to people. I know I make a lot of videos, but I told y'all I got a lot of damn shit to talk about. Okay? So I'm kind of like a mouthpiece for God. I was thinking, actually, I have a very good metaphor for it. Okay? We all seen a meme on Facebook about being a kid holding a flashlight for your dad and, getting your ass chewed out for it. Okay? Well, 2.5 years ago, I found God, and I become a light. I become a vessel for God, a mouthpiece or whatever. Okay, I was holding the light, baby. I was shining the light, and God was working. He was working through me. I was like the flashlight, okay, but I had to hold myself so He could see. So the light would shine through me and shine where it needs to shine. All right, well, guess what I've fucking done? Just same thing a goddamn kid does. They shake or they get distracted or some shit, and you know. All right, and Dad got pissed off at me. God fucking got pissed off at me. All right, because I wasn't holding the light right. It wasn't working out, and I got my ass chewed. I got my ass ripped. Okay, the last year and a half or so of my life has been pretty motherfucking difficult. Okay, so because I didn't learn what I needed to learn. You got to learn how to hold the fucking flashlight steady. If you can't hold the goddamn flashlight steady, then you're not goddamn gonna be able to fucking work on what you need to work on. Okay, you're not gonna be able to focus. You're not gonna be able to concentrate. That's something that's very important. We teach kids. Men instill this into their children for a reason, because they need to know how to be still. Be still. You see, I've talked about still waters in one of my videos. You have to be still and calm so that you reflect things clearly, so you see things clearly as they are. Okay, so this a man teaching his kids how to be still and disciplining his kids in this manner. This is a very good thing. This is something that we don't accept these days. We uh, feminism shit and everything, and everybody wants to be soft on their kids. Oh, you can't. Don't be hard on them. They're just little kids. They make mistakes, and they do make mistakes. Sure, absolutely. I'm not saying that when they make a mistake that you should rip their ass. Okay. Not saying you shouldn't. I mean, it depends on the situation. Okay. What we need to do, we need to start accepting that masculinity, that masculine discipline back into our society. Because that's why everything's falling apart. Everything's in fucking chaos. We don't create fucking good quality tools and products and shit these days, and it's because people never learn to fucking hold the goddamn flashlight steady and pay attention to what they're doing. They get distracted. They look over here, look over there, and whatever the hell you're trying to do, it gets all fucked up. I was thinking, the reason I got on this, and it irritates the shit out of me, really, because I work for myself. I'm lazy a lot, man. That's not because I'm actually lazy. That's because I've been dealing with my own issues, getting my shit together. So I told you I didn't hold the flashlight right. God ripped my ass. I got in trouble, buddy. The last year and a half, I've been struggling and trying to figure it out on my own. I didn't let Him teach me, so I had to figure it out on my own. Well, I'm coming back to God now. I'm learning how to hold the fucking light still, okay? Inside myself. I hold myself still so the light shines out through me. This is why I'm able. It's what I'm doing now, speaking. Okay. The Word of God is like a light. So the thing about all the elderly people that I hang out with and have had a strong influence on me. I've been disconnected from damn near anybody my age. I don't hang out with. I've met some people recently over the last year, but I don't hang out with them. I don't hang out with hardly anybody my age. Everybody I hang out and talk with is older. I mean, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, okay? 90s. Um, I don't have anybody I hang out with in the 90s, but I know one man in particular I want to talk about here. I got four older men. One's in his 70s. I worked for him for about 4 years now, off and on. He's got a sheep farm, and he's a pretty special man. They're all unique. They are all their own men. They're all unique in their own ways, okay? They all have their ups and downs, just like anybody does, all right? That's a misconception with God. People like to think God's perfect. The only thing perfect about God is that He knows Himself, His ups and downs, His ins and outs, and that's how these older men are. They know who they are. They figured out who they are in life, and that's why their uh, legacies carry on in some way or another. Um, so Dan Daly, I worked for him for 4 years off and on now. I got Bob Sideman. I used to go up and talk with him. I talk with him about politics and stuff. He's a good one to talk to about politics. Also, the moon and the stars and shit. He's very much into that stuff. He grew and smoked weed all his life. But he's very intelligent. So, weed in your mind, weed opens your mind up. So he's got a very open mind to lots of different stuff. He's all the political shit and everything going on in the world and the country. He sets up there, and that's what he is into. Okay. He's 82, I think. 82. No, 83. I don't know how old he is. He's 82, 83, somewhere around there. And then there's Gene Beard, old man on a mountain, and my grandpa. Okay, so those are the four biggest influences as far as elderly men in my life over the last 4 years. I got three women actually. I almost forgot one, so I could say I got four women too. One of them, I think she is in her 50s, early 50s maybe. Could be late 40s. She might be in her late 40s. I'm not sure. Somewhere in there, okay. But she's a pretty special spiritual woman, okay. I like her. We talk and have good talks and stuff. I like. And I do a little work for here and there too. All these people I kind of work for or help them out some way or another, usually. And Beth White, she's in her 70s. She's a very youthful, spirited woman. Does yoga and stuff, and done dance for 40 years, and just a very artistic, creative woman. Very in touch with life, intuitive and stuff. And Autumn Woolen, she's an old woman. She lives by herself. See, all these women live by themselves. All these people live by themselves. you know, Y'all know, wonder where I get my wisdom from. Okay, well, it comes from inside of me. But these people are symbolic of what was already inside of me. That's why I was drawn to them while we come together. So I'm sharing my wisdom. I'm also sharing all the wisdom from them because I learn things from them. Autumn Wooling, she lives over in an old log home. It's just a small log home and lives by herself. She's 80, in her 80s. Okay, I've talked about her on Facebook a little bit. She's got a horse that's 40 years old, and man, just this body's kind of old, and you can obviously it's just an old horse, but the last I saw it, it had a youthful spirit. You take its food out there, and it kind of hobbles when it walks or whatever, but it would move it had spirit in it. Okay, and that's because that's the kind of woman she is. She's got chickens and stuff, and a milk cow, and a few sheep or something. I mean, very very small type of farmer, lives up in a holler, off up in the mountains, off the road and everything, kind of in a hole in the wall place you never know existed. She is an extremely special woman, very in touch with life and stuff, with the motherly side of life. Okay. And so I don't know. I don't see them all the time, not as much as I probably should, but I have connection with all these people and kind of special connections. It's not just your every typical fucking connection most people have. It's just a bullshit connection. Y'all connect on the surface, man. I connect with the depths of people. All right. I don't know how y'all connect. Do all that shit on the surface. You fucking put on a show for everybody. You hadn't never fucking. You never open your heart up. You never open your mind up and actually looked into yourself. Y'all don't even know who you are. So that's how most people are. And then when they have kids, and then their kids open their hearts up and they begin to really figure out who they are. So what I originally started this about though is because it aggravates the shit out of me how I understand the changes and everything, the technology and what's going on in the country, but at the same time, I don't understand. Like when I used to go work for somebody, I'm working for them. I'm on their time. I don't want to waste their time. I don't want to waste their money. I don't want to take advantage of them. So I go and make sure I do good work, and I work with a purpose. I move with a purpose. Okay. Most people don't do that anymore, man. Y'all get on a fucking job site, dude, and y'all would rather stand there and fucking gawk and talk and bullshit than to fucking do what the fuck you need to do. And that's because you never had a goddamn daddy to tell you to hold the fucking light still, man. You never learned to concentrate on what you're doing. You're distracted by all this other shit in your head and stuff. And I've been there. I've been there because I've dealt with, addictions and bad ways and bad habits and stuff. So, I mean, I have, I know it's like when you're dealing with shit, okay? I understand that. But a lot of y'all ain't dealing with nothing. You're just fucking there bullshitting. You just want the money and you want to go home and spend the money. Okay? And you don't even fucking work good, man. You're not hard workers. You don't fucking move with a purpose. Okay? As far as to accomplish the task that you're doing. If y'all quit worrying about the fucking money and pay attention to the task that you're doing, you would actually find that work would eventually become enjoyable. Okay, you would eventually learn to enjoy your work. And if you don't, then change what you're fucking doing. Go do something else. Find something that you do enjoy doing. But you have to enjoy fucking working because that's part of life. Like animals still, the food and everything's out in nature. But guess what? Animals still have to get off their ass and walk around and get it. It doesn't come to them. They don't run around and just play all the fucking time and be stupid. No, they learn at a very young age not to do that. Okay, so I talk about nature being feminine, but there's also a very masculine side of it. That is there as well, and it disciplines the animals and teaches them to behave appropriately, so that they aren't fucking hurting themselves and fucking one another up, So what I want to get at, this one man in particular, he hasn't really been I just met him recently. I've only made him talk to me a few times. Sold him a couple loads of wood. The last load that I sold him, he come and got it. So him and Autumn Wooling connected me to him. You see, all these people I know have connected me. I met one and they connected me to somebody else, and they connected me to somebody else, and they connected me to somebody else. You see, everything's connected in life. Everybody's connected. All right, when you put it all together, you'll find God. You'll see God in it. So Autumn Wooling connected me to this man. He's in his 90s. He still farms. He cuts his own wood and shit, or busted. I think maybe, I don't know if he has somebody haul it into him or what, but genuinely, I think he gets his own wood. As far as I know, I'm the first person he's bought off of because, he's old. He's in his 90s. He drove his first gen Cummins over to my house the last time he got wood because he wanted a $200 load of wood. He drove his truck over here, and Autumn Woolen was with him. He brought a black plastic crate. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They're just about that damn big. They used to be everywhere. Okay, a black plastic crate, and he carried that with him so that she could get in and out of the truck. All right, so she's in her 80s, and he had a ladder with him, and I believe the ladder was so that he could get in and out of the back of his truck to load or unload wood. you know, it's a man in his 90s. He lives by himself and does shit on his own. That is what I'm getting at, is it pisses me off with a lot of these young people, man. Y'all motherfuckers act like you can't do something. You can't figure out how to fucking do something. Okay, that drives me nuts, dude. Quit being a bitch and figure it out. Learn, man. Do what you have to do to learn. If these damn old people in their 90s and shit can get stuff done, y'all motherfuckers can goddamn figure something out. Damn, if you don't know what you're doing, get on YouTube, get on the internet and look it up, man. You'll find something. There'll be some old person somewhere, or some 30-year-old person like me with a fucking old soul. You find somebody on there somewhere to goddamn teach you some shit. Alright? I've said this a lot. One of my purposes in life is to bring masculinity back into the world, okay? Now, I'm a mouthpiece for God. There's a lot of different ways of doing that. I like to think I haven't been the best example over the last year and a half, okay? But I am an example. That's because I've been dealing with evil and addictions and shit. That's part of the spiritual process. If y'all keep up with me, you'll learn all about that. I grew up with an older brother, 4.5 years older than me, who was goddamn hard as shit on me. And me and him had issues over that. And I don't know. I think maybe now it's in the past for the most part. I don't know. If it's not, I'm going to put it in the past. Because I'm a grown motherfucking man now. There ain't no older brother, just brothers. All right, I'm my own man. He's the one that put that beauty in there for me. And you know what? Hey, I'm not, that was bullshit on his part, and it was bullshit on my part. Hey, I got fucking fucked up drunk and was running my mouth. It happens when I get drunk, my brain shuts off. So the truth come out of my heart, but it didn't process through my head first. You got to process shit through your head so that it comes out in an acceptable manner. Okay, well, I didn't have that ability. I fucking got fucked up drunk and my brain shut off, so it just comes straight out my heart. Well, his actions come straight out of his heart, and this is what we get. So, and that's all right. I don't mind looking back on hell. I am grateful for that, because that right there was something I had to get over. That was something that helped me in my growth and development and coming back to God. And here I am talking to you. I ain't got no fucking teeth. And, I don't give a fuck. I like it, man. I love myself exactly the way I am. Now, one day I might put some fucking teeth back in my head, but I don't have the money at the moment. And honestly, I don't give a shit if I do or not. But anyways, let me get back on the story. This man, 90-some years old, come over to get a load of wood, so he gets her out of the truck, carries that over, and comes back there and helps me. Him and her both help me load the truck, okay? And I would throw a bunch of wood up in the truck, and then I hop up in there and start stacking it, all right? And between the two of them, they was pretty well keeping me busy. I only got back out of the truck one time, and when I say stacking, I'm stacking up to the cab. I only got out of the truck one time after that to pitch wood in. They was pretty well steady keeping me wood. Now, like I said, this is a man in his damn 90s. And by the time he was done, he had to take a break. He wore his muscles out. You could tell he wore his muscles out. He didn't get out of breath, I don't think, or nothing really. It didn't it just muscles got tired. He's older, his grip and stuff was getting loose. I mean, damn, he's, like I said, older. That's what happens when you get older. But the fact that he was able to goddamn do that, I told him, I was just joking around with him, but I was like, you don't need a job, do you? I said, you work better than most of these young people. That's a fucking shame to me, dude. I don't give a fuck if you're strong or weak. It don't matter. You can put some fucking effort into it. You can move your body with a purpose, especially when you're working for somebody else. You're on somebody else's fucking time. You owe them. They are paying you. Okay, so that money's value is supposed to represent your value as a person, as a worker. If you're a fucking half-ass worker and all you want to do is dick off and fucking joke and play around, motherfucker, I wouldn't work you. I wouldn't fucking work you. You know? Fuck that. You go goddamn dick off on your own time at home. You know? That's bullshit. All these people out here goddamn want all this fucking money and don't want to work. Y'all want fucking $20, $25 an hour. You act like you can't make a living off of $12 an hour. Yes, the fuck you can. That's all you will do is make a living. Okay, pay bills and put food on the table and clothes, and that's all you will manage for the most part. But yes, you can fucking do that. When you're first starting off in life, that's what you do. You struggle. You struggle and build your life. And that's what aggravates me today, a lot of parents these days. I mean, I understand because there's lots of fucking issues in the world right now. Kids aren't really breaking away from their parents till they're in their mid-20s, man. That's kind of getting on their own. You know, for the most part, they're supported in some way or another. And I've noticed it not just with parents, but even for myself. I was in the military till I was 25, and then I got out and moved in my dad's house because I didn't have my own place. I bought a property, but I didn't have a house to live in. I had people in there, I had shit was going on. So I don't know, that's just a thing that's going on these days. But what I'm getting at, I see a lot of goddamn parents and stuff, their kids never struggle for nothing. For nothing, dude. They're just handed everything. And that's bullshit, man. That ain't good. You're setting them up for failure later on. We may be setting pretty and good right now, but you don't ever know when the fuck hard times are gonna come. It is good to let your kids fucking struggle. Let them struggle when they're young. Teach them, you know. Encourage them to try things that's difficult for them, and then hold them to it. Don't just let them quit just because it got a little hard. You know, that ain't no good. I remember when I was homeschooled, Dad used to, you know, I had ADHD. I had trouble concentrating and focusing. So sitting down reading was a bitch for me. Trying to find answers and stuff in a book or whatever, I didn't like that. And if I couldn't find something, I'd get frustrated, man. I'd get damn emotional and shit. But Dad would come and he would read the book and make sure that the answer was in there. He would find the answer. But then he didn't fucking show me the answer. He said, it's there, now find it. And sometimes I would sit there, I don't know, for an hour or more, you know, and just, I would have to deal with my own frustrations, my own emotions and shit, until they settled down. I had to go through that with myself. And until I settled down, I was able to concentrate and I found the fucking answer. Okay? So, I don't know, that's also one thing, that's one thing I want to bring back in life. A little bit of masculine knowledge, teachings, discipline, authority, the divine, godly side of masculinity, okay? Currently, at the moment, we got the feminine side is very much in power, and we're well educated on feminism and shit. That's what, you know, we've been educated about that for 100 years because, well, women were kind of coming up. They were stepping up into a godly position. Their godly position used to be underneath a man as the body. Okay, the man was the head and they was the body, so underneath a man. Underneath a man's authority. Well, they're coming up into their own authority. And this is why I tell women all the time, y'all got to fucking quit being so naive with men and develop your fucking minds. All these men keep goddamn playing you and shit and, you know, exciting you and arousing you and everything. They get what they want from you, and then that's it. You don't get actual love from them. You're not getting good, healthy relationships and stuff, and that's because y'all haven't fucking completely awakened in here, a lot of you. Y'all need to open this goddamn thing up and learn to use it. Okay? Stop looking at them fucking big, flashy goddamn idiots, men that's out there. I've watched them all my fucking life, and I've watched all the goddamn women flock towards them. And I'll tell you something about myself. I've always been attracted to goddamn beautiful women, the kind of outward appearance of women. And I still am. I don't know. I want a beautiful woman in my life. That's just me personally. That's, you know, you're allowed to have your own expectations and stuff, right? I don't know. I want a beautiful woman in my life. part of who I am. That's why I got that tattoo on my side. That's a beautiful woman right there. Okay? And I want a woman that's not afraid to go put her hands in the damn dirt, work a garden, or help me fucking build buildings and stuff, you know. I want a woman that's developed that masculine side too. You can be beautiful and strong. See, I guess one of the reasons I'm attracted to beautiful women is because they get taken advantage of. Their outward beauty causes them to be unappreciated and taken advantage of. And deep inside that, man, they still have a beautiful heart. They have a soul. They're a human being too. They don't, you know. Beautiful women have struggles in life, man, in connecting with people on a deep level. Okay, because everybody sees the surface of them, and that's what everybody tries to take advantage of. And see, I'm kind of the same way, except in the opposite manner. Um, I'm not attractive on the outside. All my attractiveness is on the inside, and you can't see it. People have failed to recognize my godly qualities, my internal upstanding qualities. They have failed to see that inside of me. It takes a special person to see that. Okay? And throughout my life, it has always been beautiful, attractive women that have just naturally been drawn to one another. Now, I never knew how to connect with them or, you know, build any kind of living relationship with them before, but I feel like I do now. I'm bringing my insides to the outside. I'm finding myself and bringing myself out. So that opens me up to a lot of new potentials. Okay. And here's what I say, well, I want a beautiful woman. I think a lot of women are beautiful. I'm not fucking, I don't know, that goddamn shit blows my mind. You get into the media where they nitpick this and that and the other, and you gotta be all symmetrical, and that blows my fucking mind, dude. I don't see beauty that way. I see beauty in my own fucking way. When I say beautiful woman, attractive woman, I mean, I think for the most part, an athletic body, yes, okay, I have an athletic body. I don't, desire to be with a big woman. All right. And that's me personally. I'm not saying anything against big women. I don't care what you look like. You got a heart and soul. All right. And you are beautiful the way you are. God made you that way. This is me, my personal preference, what I'm attracted to and drawn to. I don't know why I'm throwing this in this video. This should probably be a separate video, but it's not. Okay. So I'm not only here to bring masculinity back into men, I'm here to bring masculinity into women. Because I want a woman who's strong and not afraid to fucking, to work. You know, if you're afraid of goddamn working, motherfucker, I'm not the kind of man that's going to support your ass. And you just sit around and be pretty. Nope. I don't give a fuck if you wear makeup or not. Okay, if you have habits like that, you got to support yourself. So me and my ex got into that shit because I was supporting her. She wanted to go out and do all this dumb shit, but she didn't want to work. She didn't want to clean the fucking house. She didn't want to weed the garden. She didn't want to do anything. She just wanted to enjoy all the pleasures. And I got sick of that shit. I'm like, no, if I'm providing for you, I'm okay with that. But that means you're going to have to listen to my authority. We was caught somewhere in the middle between an old-fashioned relationship and a new relationship, okay? And we wasn't able to figure it out. So we went separate ways. You know, we was caught up in all this shit, this evolution, this transformation our country's going through. So I don't know. Anyways, I guess that's pretty much that. I hope y'all like this. I wanted to sit in my chair. I was talking about my chair the other day. Gene Beard gave me this chair, and I love it. And it felt like it would make a really good, authentic video. Okay, just sitting in my rocking chair here, buddy, in my boxers, and you know, just being me, right? Just being me. I sat here for goddamn God, I can't tell you, many a days, for hours, or here on the chair, or on that couch there at the table, and just think and talk to myself, man, and go through all my internal fucking struggles and problems and shit. Sometimes I just goddamn sat in my own fucking misery and darkness and evil and shit, right? So masculinity, what masculinity does, it creates a lineage, it creates a legacy, something that you hold on to things, right? Feminism is all about like throwing shit away, making changes and stuff, and y'all throw furniture away and you bring new furniture in. You don't give a fuck about it. You don't care about things. Men get attached to things. I'm going to tell you why. Because we design, we create things. We create these fucking things. We work for these things. Work hard for the things we have. Like, we invest. They are a part of us. And when you women take that shit, you just fucking throw it out and you don't give a fuck about it. You're not only being disrespectful to the things, you're being disrespectful to the men that created the things, or the women that created the things. Because I promise you, you meet a woman who dedicates her time to creating beautiful things. You know, these old-timey women that made their own clothes and sweaters and all this stuff. You didn't just throw that shit away. They spent time and put effort into that shit. They invested themselves into it. You know, that's a goddamn problem these days. Everybody fucking too much motherfucking money. Y'all just go buy shit and throw it away like it's nothing. Somebody, some fucking where, took time to fucking make that. And if a machine made it, guess what? Somebody, somewhere, took time to make the fucking machine. That machine come out of somebody's mind, somebody's creativeness, their inventiveness. That is a part of somebody. So we need to start treating each other better, yes, absolutely, but we need to start appreciating things as well. If you don't appreciate things, you don't appreciate people. Everything in life is connected. All things and all beings are connected and deserve appreciation. In some way or another, at least for what they are. You see them for what they are and you give them appreciation that they deserve or have earned, you know. Like some motherfucker that comes to work and lollygags and drags his ass around, don't do nothing. He hasn't earned no fucking money. He don't deserve no goddamn money. He gets it anyways because, that's the way this bullshit world we live in works. You have to give the motherfucker money if he's there. You got to pay him for his time. See, that's the problem. We're paying people for their time, but not their work, not their actual value. I have my own business, and I don't know. That's something I've thought a lot about, man. I don't even know if I want to grow very big because I don't know. I'm not afraid of it now. I put quality in myself and make sure I know how to find quality people. So I would like to grow and expand my business, but that's gonna be a slow process. I got a long ways to go for that. Fuck, I got to get my shit together first and get my ass back into it the way that I need to be. So. That was a lot. That was a pretty good bit there, wasn't it? I was pretty excited there, too. I like that. I like putting y'all back over there a little bit. That kind of gives us a little space. I like a lot of things, man. I like y'all. Huh? Be good. Don't be good. Develop some fucking masculinity. Accept the masculine back into life. You know, some authority, some discipline. It'll be good for all of us. I love you.